Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to do a detailed review of the camera on the Lenovo Vibe P1m. So the Vibe P1m was released last week, and this is priced 7,999 and comes with a 4000 mAh battery. Apart from that, the specialty of the device is that it has an HD display, 2 gigs of RAM and an 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash. There is also a 5 megapixel camera, front facing camera for selfies and video calls. So that is the camera aspect of the Vibe P1m. So let's get started with a detailed review. So first up, let's see the interface of this device. So that's the interface of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. So on the top panel, you have the option to switch to front camera. You have the ability to switch on the flash, HDR, and also options like a normal or timer shot. So these are the options. At the bottom, you have the settings. So these are the normal set of options. You can take picture photos in 16:9 or 4:3 aspect ratio. Then you have the scene mode, ISO, picture quality, and other options. Touch shot is there. So these are the default set of options you find on most of the Lenovo phones. And here there is a video recording. Video recording is limited to 720p. So that's one big issue, because even in the budget or an ultra budget segment, we have phones with full HD video recording, and here we have the 720p recording. So that's one big disadvantage with the Lenovo's Vibe P1m. Apart from that, you have the shutter sound, location, and other options. So those are the normal set of options. And on the right side, you have these modes. So 3 modes are supported: normal, panorama, and FX. So if you select FX, you have different effects to choose from. And if you come back to normal mode, it's a normal photos which we take. And the focusing does have a particular sound, and at times it might become annoying. So that's the option to autofocus. Then you have the option to take photos and videos and view the photo gallery. So these are the options in the Lenovo Vibe P1m camera. So all in all, it's a fairly decent camera interface, easy to use but very less options. For example, there aren't too many modes available, very less modes, and there isn't 1080p recording available, only 720p recording, and the features included are also pretty basic. So that is the interface of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. Now let's get to the photos. So here are some of the samples taken with the Lenovo Vibe P1m, and you can see Lenovo has improved the camera photo quality on the budget smartphones. When we reviewed the A6000, A6000 Plus and the A7000, the photos were decent but not really the best. The color quality was washed out, but now Lenovo has seemed to have improved on those aspects, and you can see the colors look pretty much good on the Lenovo Vibe P1m. The sharpness details are also pretty decent. Overall, we would say the photo quality has improved when compared to other Lenovo budget smartphones, but the contrast ratio seems to be slightly on the higher side. But nevertheless, the daylight photos have come pretty good, and they are acceptable for a budget smartphone. The detailing also looks pretty good. Even if you zoom in, there isn't much loss of clarity. It's a pretty decent camera in this price point in the daylight shots. So we have also taken some photos in close-up shots. So here are some of the close-up shots, and you can also see they also come pretty good. The sharpness levels are pretty good, and the overall detailing in close-up shots looks pretty good. So all in all, there is big time improvement in the daylight quality of the Lenovo Vibe P1m when compared to other budget Lenovo phones. So all in all, we would say the daylight shots have come pretty good. So the overall clarity looks pretty good. So in the daylight shots, the Lenovo Vibe P1m is a decent camera in the budget segment. Now let's move on to the low light imaging. So this is where the camera fails miserably, and this is pretty noisy. The low light photos are pretty noisy. You can clearly see the sharpness levels are way too low. It's in inadequate lighting, it's decent clarity, but then again noise levels are pretty much higher when compared to competition like the Redmi 2 Prime and also the Meizu M2, which have better low light imaging abilities than the Lenovo Vibe P1m. So this is one big issue. The low light abilities are not really that great and does fall short of the competition. Now if you take up the flash is also pretty decent, not really that great quality, and the photos look pretty overexposed at times, even though it did look much better than what we saw with the low light imaging abilities. So that was the low light and daylight shot. So overall we would say in the daylight this is a pretty good camera, but if you're looking for taking photos in low light, then this camera doesn't do the job well, and it is pretty noisy in low light. Now this phone also comes with 720p recording, and you can see the recording here. So a lot of devices in this price point, we would say almost all devices in this price point of 1080p full HD recording, and similar to the Lenovo A6000 and A6000 Plus, the Vibe P1m also supports only 720p. That's kind of disappointing, and the cameras, the video sample looks just average. Now this phone also comes with a front facing camera. That's a 5 megapixel camera, and you can see if you take the front camera, this is a front camera. You can see some of the options here. We have this aspect ratio and a photo mirror. Those are the just two options. And if you see the sample taken with this device, it's a fairly decent front facing camera. It's pretty decent for selfies, and the color quality also looks pretty good, and maybe just an average camera in this price point. So if you're looking for decent selfie experience, the front camera wouldn't disappoint you, but it's not really the best in this category. So that was the camera review of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. So all in all, we would say if you're looking for great camera experience, you would be definitely disappointed. But if you are upgrading from the Lenovo A6000 Plus and A7000, this is definitely better camera than those two devices. So that was the camera review of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.